Now this chapter is all about trigger. What is a trigger? It's a PL/SQL block associated with a specific action, an event, such as a successful logon by a user or an action taken on a database object such as a table or a view. Normally in database programming, this trigger is a special type of stored procedure that it is automatically executed in such it we call as like a fired in response to a certain specific events, a particular table or view. Or thus this event can be later on will we come to know that all the data manipulation language such as insert, update, or delete operations. It will automatically execute whenever it occurs, and it is stored basically in the database. Triggers are often used to enforce business rules. By maintaining also data or performing auditing and logging tasks automatically. So probably the key difference between the procedures and functions and triggers is that procedures and functions have to be invoked explicitly. Triggers are blocks of codes that are always listening for something to happen in the database. Types of triggers. Before going to that one, there are some things needs to work on. Some points about triggers. We knew already that it might automatic execute, thus the triggers do not need to be explicitly called. But then they execute automatically when the specific or a specified event occurs. There will be also that associated within the tables of views objects. Thus the triggers are created on specific tables or views objects. And sometimes it was also an event driven, and it has to be before or after execution that can be specified, so that whenever they are firing it before or after the actual operation they executed. A row level trigger fires once for each row, which is row by row. It will going to be affected by the triggering statement, and the statement level trigger will fires once for the whole statement. Where we use triggers. We can use triggers to enhance complex database security rules. We can also create auditing records automatically. We can enforce complex data integrity rules, creating logging records automatically, prevent tables from being accidentally dropped, preventing invalid DML transaction from occurring. These events will be like update, delete, insert, which includes in our data manipulation language statements or DML, and data definition language statement or DDL, such as create and alter, or perhaps in the system events, shut down or start up system, or a user's events, log on or log off. Thus, these triggers might be executed either before the actual DML is performed, which is usually validating or modifying a data before it is committed. And pretty much maybe visit after trigger, this will might execute after a certain DML operation which is completed. Thus, typical use of such as we have mentioned in the user's events, such as the use of logging and auditing or cascading changes though. So later on we will going to discuss about the syntax, and we'll be seeing on the next recorded lesson. Bye bye for now.